there, everybody. Welcome back to the Everyday Growth Advisors live stream. I hope you guys are having a good morning. It is a flashy Monday, new ticker Monday here with FUBO, and I have some great analyses for you. Welcome. You know what day it is. It's the day where we start this week fresh. Our portfolio is doing fantastic right now. That CCIV trade that we took last week is paying big time. So almost up $500 on that one. Really good trade on that one. We have some hedges that are activated. We have some swings that we are in session. Boeing, CrowdStrike, Bank of America. We have a nice little NNOX Sol put that we did that's simmering nicely with the 35% gain on that one. The portfolio is doing extremely well. Lots of buying power for today. More than likely after I close out some of these positions. And we should be ready. So if you want to see what is the progress of the portfolio so far, we're up about 10% so far. Right before the month is up, we're up about 10% so far. So if you want to, if you've been following the process of this portfolio, so far so good. This month we are now at 10% on that $10,000 portfolio, up $1,000, which is 10%. So the portfolio is doing pretty good. We want this slow and consistent growth. We don't want no crazy nonsense, okay? We don't want to have no 50% baggers. We want to have just consistent growth with that portfolio because it's going to grow into a very steady portfolio. Okay, so those hedges will hedge at some point, and we will be taking those hedges off the table as well, and then we will be riding the market waves. So, how are you guys doing today? I see lots of the DJI tribe here. All 40 of you, welcome in. Good morning. What's up, Shoei? The Black Korean. What's up, Morris? Azustina. What's up, Felix? Santosh. Aaron Sebly, welcome back to the DJI tribe, where we do things for you so you don't need to do it. We break down the market, we ride the waves together. Discord is doing extremely well. I'm really happy with everything that we're doing out here. We're going to be adding some new tools to our community within this next month. Also, tomorrow, intermediate course wave number 14 starts. We had to delay that one for a week because of some unforeseen circumstances. My neighbor decided to do some drilling, which was unfortunate, and I couldn't convince him out of it, so I had to delay the course by a week. And then, let's see, what else? Yeah, we have also, don't forget, guys, the end of this week on the 29th, sign up for the beginner course starts again in case you want to join that one. We'll be promoting that sometime this week on our Instagram, putting out all the details. The signups will start on the 29th and end on the following Monday on the 1st. So we have about 4 days to sign up. If you wanted to join the beginner's course, you haven't taken the beginner's course, great time to take it. So yeah, we hope that we will see you there. Lots of things to cover today in the market. I'm going to get through them quickly and as efficiently as I can. So let's see here with Bloomberg. What are they covering? What is the market saying? What is the news saying? How are they misleading us today? Okay, Merck shuts down COVID vaccine program after results. Oh no, that's going to cause probably a big sell-off. Abandoned effort. Okay, Moderna delay. Okay, Berg says Trump presented COVID charts she never made. Ooh, what? Damn. Why delaying second COVID vaccine shot is messy. Okay. Tencent's 251 billion rally triggers frenzy in shares options. This is funny. Tencent is it's definitely tonight. When I say tomorrow, it's tomorrow for me because it's 9:30. My bad. Definitely tonight for you because it's 9:30 in the night for me. Remember, I live in the future. I live in the future, guys. You remember how we've been talking about Tencent? Yeah, that thing's gone crazy, huh? Yeah, Tencent. That was the one, huh? I've been talking about it for a while. I really like that stock. Obviously now it's not the right time to purchase it, but it was the right time. Well, what do you know? China's growing power is scaring ordinary savers out of Hong Kong. Bitcoin returned 40,000 in doubt as flows to key fund slows. Okay. Modi to spend $41 billion for ensure piped water for all Indians. Okay, that's actually a very good idea. China uses Davos speech to warn against nuclear war. Okay, not really much on Bloomberg. They're kind of just covering politics. Market-wise, not really anything. Let's have a look at the Wall Street Journal here. China's love for TikTok-style apps powers $5 billion IPO. GameStop shares surge towards record ahead of opening bell. Okay, I need to give you guys, you know, some. I need to give you, make you guys understand what's happening with GameStop, because this is very, very important. And then after that, I'm going to show you something, and then hopefully you can connect the two and understand why I'm going to explain to you what I'm going to explain to you about GameStop. So does anybody know how many percent of GameStop shares were shorted before this short squeeze happened? Does anybody know how many percent of it was shorted? I really do not know. That's the reason why I'm asking. I am actually very curious to know how many percent of it was shorted. If anybody knows this statistic, please tell me in the chat right now. How many shares of GameStop shorts, shares, the floating shares, were shorted? Buffett invests in Japan, struggling to keep up with market. This is not a bad idea. I like emerging markets, specifically Japan. Yields are pretty high there. Smart lock maker, latch to use, Tishman Spire, smack to go public. Okay. Nah, it can't be 300, bro. Landon. You only have 100%, bro. I'm talking about in terms of percentage. 100. What? Oh, so people took on leverage to short it? Smart. Sounds like proper degens. Was it really 140%? Are you guys serious right now? I need to validate this. Dude, what is up with Google, man? They've been really okay, let's see here. What was this? Now it says 0. Interesting. I wanted to know how much of this float was shorted, because this was important. Honestly, above 60% or 50% is already pretty bad. You know, we usually consider a short squeeze for anything above 40%, 30%. That's already the grounds for short squeeze. So GameStop, after a massive short squeeze, really doing a crazy stuff. Let's see, TH300 shares, so almost 0% when I checked last. Yeah, that's what I'm also finding. It was in the screen. Wait, it was in here. Well, it says 0% here. It says 0%. That's the thing. 136% short. Why did it say that? Ah, okay. Let's see, 9:15. Nah, that was in September. I want the most recent. This is 2020. I want share sold short. Okay, let's see, percentage float. Okay, I'm guessing. Huh. Okay. I get it now. Hold on. Let's see. Dollar volume sold short and percentage float. So here, percentage float. So this was the latest one. I wanted to go by this. Interesting. Okay, so they have total of 102 million, and out of that, okay, I understand now. I got it. So 66%. So roughly about more than half, right? 60%. Okay, basically 65%, right? I would say 60 to 65% of these shares were sold short, because total number of outstanding shares was 102 million, and 66 million represented the 136% float, because people took leverage on to short it. So which means it was roughly about a 60% short float, roughly. Okay, that makes sense. All right, this is good to understand. Okay, so for the people who are in the live stream right now that don't understand what happened at GameStop, I want to explain it, but let me do the breakdown first of the market, and then I need to go through a couple of things to update you guys. As you know, you attend this live stream because I bring you the market information in a way that nobody else does, so that I can bring it to you in a way that you can understand it, and on top of that, bring you the things that no one's going to tell you about, or not really going to tell you about, because they don't understand it themselves. But let's just go through the news right here. Yellen passed economic stability debate into Powell, now he's handing it back. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, these two, you know, she was the ex-Fed chairman, now he's the chairman now, and then they're going to do this game of ping pong, and we'll see where that goes. Caterpillar Chinese rivals power through the pandemic. AMC nets Okay, and then EMC also netting some financing to avoid bankruptcy, which is the reason why shares were YOLOing. Okay, so there we go. That's cool with the news there. Apart from that, markets, I mean, news outlets are not really talking about this market rally. This is still yet another wave up here. You can see the Nasdaq's pushing up. But here's a question that I have for you. So, the market's up roughly 3%, right? Okay, market's up roughly 3%, but the major, bigger tech companies are up only about 1%, and 3% roughly for Apple, and the rest of the market is trading kind of flat. Where's the money pumping up the market? What is being pumped? Well, I'm glad you asked that question, guys. Because the money is going into Chinese stocks. And if you look at KWeb, it's up again, roughly about 3%. Okay? And KWeb is the Chinese internet ETF. Majority of these companies on here are actually part of NASDAQ. Okay? Stocks like your Baba, stocks like your Baidu, stocks like your IQ, stocks like your JD, stocks like your NEO, stocks like your Tencent. These are what are propping up the market right now. Tencent up about crazy 8% today. You know, at 90 some dollars already. So yeah, that's what's really propping up the market. And then we also have the classic pre-market rally up here for CCIV. If you look at the extended hours here, you know, lots of manipulation here. Looking very interesting for sure. On the 1 minute, looks crazy earlier. I don't know. There was a lot of volume that came in, and now it's starting to die down and then starting to go up again. So we'll see what happens. So this one, I'm still holding this position. Can't really sell the shares until market opens. More than likely, we'll sell my CCIV in batches. Maybe 25 shares at the open, another 25 when it rallies, another 25 if it drops, and then maybe hold the balance. What I intend to do though is sell enough of these and then retain the profits as a free roll. That's what I intend to do ahead of the report. So I can free roll the shares into the merger. Okay, that's the idea with CCIV now. Made enough on this to free roll about, the previous trade netted us about $300 in profit. And this one net us about $580 right now. So that's $880 roughly. And what I'll do is I'll sell everything but $880 worth and free roll that into the report that's supposed to come out today, or the merger news. Okay, and that's what I'm planning to do with it. Free roll the CCIV position. Okay, cool. So with this here, I did a webinar today with the Discord group, closed group discussion about you know, what we're discussing on the week that's coming up. I've already put on the weekly report, so everybody has an idea of what's going to be going on. There were some interesting charts that I shared with them that were important. And then also the webinar covers a lot of interesting stuff that we need to cover for this coming earnings season and whatnot. You guys got to be extremely careful. Just giving you guys you know, some caution here. We've been talking about this since last Monday's live stream. Yes, the market's in a melt-up phase, but this is exactly the moment where you hedge even more. Not even more, but you got to definitely have some hedges. You know, when we're exuberant like this, you got to hedge. Obviously, this whole buy up and all that is based on the fact that, you know, tech might rally, tech might beat earnings, tech might do this, tech might do that. But from my data that I'm collecting, you know, I'm thinking that it might not be so glorious if we think about it. Okay, and I'm gonna show you a couple of reasons why. Okay. So, by the way, 84 of you guys on the live stream today. I really appreciate if you smash the like button on this one. You know, if you can take a second out of your day, hit the like or subscribe so that we know that, you know, you'll be here for a longer time and be a part of the EJA tribe. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and we have a very, very consistent tribe that's here who are a really tight-knit group of people. So I really do appreciate you taking out your time to be here. It's hard work being at these streams. They're early in the morning, and you know they're pre-market, and but I've never seen somebody not attend the stream and not get bits of information that are absolute gold, because I find them and I bring it to your attention so that you have it in front of you. So smash the like button if you can. That would truly assist me. That helps me get the YouTube algorithm. Share this video with other people. If you don't, then that's fine too. But really would appreciate your help with smashing the like button. And I'm gonna explain a couple of different things today. Okay, so let's look at this real quick. AMC up 34% here on the news that they're gonna get additional funding. Express also being touted as a cheap stock that can be pushed. So there's that also. CCIV coming up on this pre-market scanner here. GameStop up 51%, almost at $100 after a huge short squeeze, which I'll explain in a second why it's happening, and then also why that relates to FUBO. Okay, so I'll explain everything in a second here, but let's just go through the routine of the live stream. If you're here for the first time, make sure you just check it out. Oh, that is a very good idea, David. I really appreciate you saying that. You know, it kind of slips my mind from time to time, but I really appreciate one thing from you guys. If you can drop a emoji or a comment on this live stream, you're really gonna do me a big favor. Can everybody go and drop a comment on this live stream? It doesn't need to be something crazy. You literally just need to drop something, because I'm pretty sure that YouTube's algorithm also picks up comments in order to share it. And if you do that for me, I will love you so much. Seriously, like I would really love you. Like I would love you so much that I would do this live stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for you. Okay. Thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. Just go ahead and comment on the stream so that I know. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you want to see. I always read your streams, and I always do what you guys give me feedback on. So I'd really appreciate it. Wait, is that all going into the comment section, or is that going into the? Let's see. I can't actually see it. That's weird. When you guys type in the chat, does that mean when it's going? I wonder if that's going into the comment section. I don't know if it is. Are you guys actually typing in the chat, or is it going to the comment section? I mean like the comment section of the video, guys. The comment section of the video. You guys get what I mean? It's like, it's down here. It's like, let's say this is the video. I'm talking about this right here. Like this right here, Like, hello, this thing right here. And then you comment, This also helps the YouTube algorithm. That would really help me out. I'm not sure if you guys are doing it there. Okay, cool. Anyway, I showed you guys where to put the comment. If you can, put it there. If not, it's all good. I really do appreciate it. During the live stream, you cannot make a comment. Oh, really? Okay. Well, if you really want to help me, it would be really helpful if you did it after the stream is over. That would be awesome, honestly. Maybe you can drop a comment on the previous live stream, and then we can do it like, we can do it the next time. Like we do one stream at a time. Okay, cool. Let's get this done, guys. Enough of the comment stuff. It helps the algorithm, but you know what? I'm okay even if we don't get the stream out to 1 billion people. The main purpose here is to help you guys. Okay, so over here on this scanner by MarketWatch, let's see. Camden Property Trust, whatever this is, this Lionsgate. Wait, isn't this a movie production company? Up 5% today. Class A shares. Skybrook Solutions, Regeneron. Okay. Zynga up 3%. Interesting. FireEye. This is your. It's also, I think. I think it's a stock that's deals with cybersecurity, isn't it? Something like that. I'm not sure what it does. Okay, and then this. Okay, cool. All right, not much here. Okay, let's go into the insider transactions real quick. Want to show you guys. Well, actually, rather go through with you guys if there's anything here worthy of knowing. Okay, so Wayfair CFO sold a bunch of shares. Not really important. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, wait, market cap. Let's do the top 500. And let's see. Morgan Stanley. Head of wealth management sold 16% of his shares. Let's see, about $2 million worth. And then also the CFO sold a bunch. Chairman and CEO sold a bunch. Let's see. What's this one? Disney executive chairman sold a bunch. Oh, that's a lot actually. Interesting. You know, you got to keep track of these sometimes, guys. You know, sometimes, like for example, we've been tracking Mark Zuckerberg selling his shares for a long time now. But then, you know, like see, even on sometime last week he sold some. He's been selling a whole bunch of his shares actually, but in like small quantities. But remember one thing: it's not always suspicious when you know, insiders sell shares. It's not that suspicious because sometimes it's scheduled. Remember that these guys can't just sell shares out of the blue. They have to schedule these things with the SEC, okay, and they have to actually make it legit. So sometimes it's a performance criteria. Sometimes it's like, oh, when the stock hits this much, it will sell this much, or you know, it's usually a prearranged thing, okay. However, when the insider buys shares, yeah, that one's like, it can only be one thing. You know what I mean? If you sell shares, you could be raising money to go buy yourself a Lambo, or it could be like something else, right? But if you're selling shares, but if you're buying shares, that could only mean one thing, right? That could only mean that you expect the stock to go up. No one's gonna buy their own shares without expecting their stock to go up. Okay, so yeah, not notable and not anyone notable here. Treasury yields also holding steady, pretty steady today. So we'll keep track of these. Remember, we look at these every live stream because these are important things to look at. Okay, cool. So now let me go and explain what's going on with GameStop, or what happened. Okay, because I don't think people understand what's going on with this one. Okay, so let's go to extended hours so you can see everything. Okay, so this stock was trading at what? Some ridiculous price like $17 or whatever just a week ago. Okay, 2 weeks ago. Okay. And what has been happening is that this stock has been accumulating a very big short flow. So people expected this company to go further down. They expected the price of the shares to go further down. Okay, that's what we call a short. Now, when you short the market, when you are initiating a short position, this is when you can't actually sell shares. Okay, that's not a market mechanism. To understand what a short squeeze is, you first have to understand what is the mechanism of a short. Okay, so when you are shorting the market, what you are actually doing is you're using a facility from your broker. Your broker allows you to borrow shares. You borrow shares from somebody else. Okay, that person lets you borrow his shares. All right, now this guy gets paid for those shares right away. Okay, so he's out. Let's say this is a seller. All right, it's a seller. He wants to sell his shares and you want to short the stock. He sells the shares for you at a certain price and the broker orchestrates this deal. Okay, now let's say the price of this shares was, let's say, what was this price? $20. Okay, $20, right? And what you were expecting was for the price to come down to maybe $10, and you wanted to make a $10 profit, right? Because if the price goes down by $10 and you shorted the stock, then what will happen? You will make a $10 profit for every share that you short sold. So when the broker orchestrates this deal, you are borrowing the share from somebody else. You are now short that share, but you are short through a market maker mechanism. All right. Now let's say that the stock price does go to $10. The way that you would close this trade out is you would have to buy the shares back. You buy the shares back at $10, thus closing out your sold contract with the broker. This is the essence of a short trade. This is how a short is done. Okay? So, when everybody started to short GameStop, they had how many shares? They had some 100 and what was it? I think it was 100 and some million. I swear it was like, oh. Let me go pull up that thing again. I think it was this. I think that was the one. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, so they have a total of 100 million shares that are outstanding. Come on. Okay. Total of 100 million shares outstanding, right? And when you have 100 million shares outstanding, and then at this moment, there was 600, at some moment there was 665 million short sold shares, right? 66 million shares were sold short. What does that mean? More than half of the outstanding shares were short sold. All right? Now, this is a classic thing that happens in the markets all the time. All right? This is your classic market maker manipulation. So what happens at this point? If a market maker wants to come in and manipulate this market, they can do so with very little effort. So you have 66% of the stock that is short sold, right? 66%, because there was 100 million, that is the total number of shares, right? And then you have 66 million that was short sold, right? What does that mean? That means there are only balance 34% of the shares left which can be traded, right? If 66% have been short sold, there's only 34% left, okay? Now, the funny thing is people actually borrowed to short sell, okay? People borrowed to short sell, causing this into a more than 100% number of shares that were sold, okay? You can imagine that now, if this 34% of the shares were bought up by entirely one person or multiple people, and the share price started to rise like this, from $20 to $40, and you were a person who shorted the shares, and you see your P&L go from minus 10% to minus 20% to minus 30% in a span of 1 week, what are you going to do? You will probably close your short position, right? Well, that's exactly the way our short squeeze works. Now, the fact that you close out your short position, the only way you do so is by reversing your short. And the way you reverse a short is by orchestrating a buy. The reverse of a short position is a buy order. This sends the price even higher. So now it's a completely chain effect. It's like a vicious cycle. You only need one person to set this off. One person starts buying the stock, and a bunch of people start covering profits or covering their losses, and that sends the stock higher and higher and higher until it's too much pain. And when it's too much pain at this point, everybody covers at the same time. And at the same time, the people who covered the shares, those shares are now available to be bought. So guess what? Market makers buy those shares as well. And then they buy call options against this, and they sell you puts. That is the classic market maker trap. Okay? So that is exactly what is happening with GameStop. That is what happened here. All right? If you understood what I said, throw a fire emoji in the chat. If you didn't understand what I said, ask questions in the chat so I can answer them for you. This is me explaining to you what a short squeeze is and what happened to GameStop. Now that I've mentioned this, may I bring your attention to something that you all do not understand or do not know yet. Let's have a look at Mr. FUBO TV. Oh, wait a minute. You mean this has a 65% short float as well? Huh. I wonder where I've seen that before. I wonder what situation this is. I wonder what can happen to FUBO if a market maker decides to buy a bunch of its shares for this extremely non-performing asset that is yet to produce a profit. Same situation, different color. It's like going to the ice cream bar and just asking for a different flavor, right? Well, you have 67 million shares outstanding, and the shares that are floating are 52 million, and the short ratio is 1.9. That means about half of these shares are shorted right now. Do you guys see where I'm getting at with this? FUBO is setting up for a short squeeze. I told you it'd be worth it to attend this live stream. So let's have a look at the chart real quick and see when it's possible to happen. Obviously, we can't predict the future here, but already up at $40 pre-market here, and you can see this thing has been squeezing. It's been squeezing into this pennant. It's been waiting to break out, and it has broken out. Now we have an immediate resistance here at $40, and we'll be seeing if we can move up to here. Our first target is going to be at $46 over here. So we're actually thinking of playing FUBO to the upside on the live stream, the live trading session today. But this will be truly indeed a interesting one. This could squeeze massively. It could. Okay, FUBO is setting up for it. The last time this happened, this moved up all the way to 60 something dollars FUBO. Okay, and there are a lot of people short selling the stock. Why? Because this stock doesn't have good fundamentals. Fundamentally, this business is not that great. I just looked at it in a brief moment. All right, I looked at it for a brief moment. All right, I still have yet to do the full intrinsic valuation, but I will do that on Wednesday during our Wednesday live stream where we do Fundamental Wednesday. So make sure you tune into that live stream where we go through the actual value of the stock. Remember, it's not enough for you to just look at technicals. This is only some part of your analysis. Okay. It's very, very important for you to learn how to calculate the actual value of a stock, and I teach you that every Wednesday with different stocks, and different stocks have different manners, and I go through all of these things every single week. Okay, so it really pays to attend this live stream because it's an educational stream. All right, we don't just do hocus pocus, we actually cover important things here. All right, so just as a brief understanding here, the same thing that's happening to FUBO is happening to GameStop. I was just looking up how this company actually makes money. So it has it seems to have three revenue streams, such as advertising, which is kind of like Roku, but it has actually pretty impressive, to be honest. So they have streaming subscriptions, which are actually pretty expensive. It's $67 per user per month. That's pretty high, right, for sports and stuff, which makes sense. They probably pass on the cost to the consumer, right? Sports streaming is pretty expensive, and people pay for it. And then they also have their advertising revenue, which is $750 and about $22 per quarter per person. Okay, average recurring per unit. And then the trailing 12 month was $27 for the third quarter, or about $675 per quarter, which is actually pretty good. So the long term, obviously, this is a growth stock, right? FUBO is considered a growth stock. Okay, this is considered a stock that has long-term growth. It's got, like, think about Netflix story, right? It's the same thing. They have to be in short-term losses in order to have long-term gain. This stock is not a stock that will just become, a overnight success all of a sudden. It's not like that. It's a stock that has to take its time. It has to be, slow and steady, and then it will start making profit. Okay. And then also another revenue stream is sub-licensing broadcast, but this makes up a very small percentage of revenue. As they highlight over here in Motley Fool, so full credits go to them for this article here. First 9 months, it only generated about $587,000 through the source broadcasting rights. And then let's see here, the pressing need for something else. There's a problem with FUBO's revenue subscription. So the thing is, obviously, they're in a loss right now, right? But as I said, they're a growth stock, so it takes a while for them to get to a profitable revenue stream. And, we'll see. We'll see where it goes. Apart from that, they have pretty good growth, I want to say. Shares, they're issuing more shares, also people buying more shares. EPS, obviously negative. Sales are growing. But, just looking at this as a company itself, financials-wise, we'll go through this again. Revenues are growing very crazily, but then, return on everything else is pretty terrible, right? Interest coverage also really massively down. Their assets are drowning, right? They have severe liabilities and not much cash on hand. So this company is going to need a lot of help to grow. My only question is, does this company have a competitive advantage? Probably not. Probably not. I need to figure out where its competitive advantage is, and then I'll get back to you guys. So I was already doing a little bit of snooping around. I was reading the balance sheet and the income statements here, and I have yet to read all of this, which is the Q3 earnings, which I will come back to you guys about on Wednesday. Remember, I got to digest all these things for you guys so that, when you come back on Wednesday, I have all of that information ready for you, nicely neat up in a bowl, and that way you can understand what's going on with FUBO here. But for right now, what's important for you to know is that the short float is pretty high, and this is actually a pressing concern, okay? So try not to, go completely apeshit on this one, because, it may be or it may not be, a beneficial thing to play right now, okay? Great. Now, on our radar here. I put out a couple of things on Twitter last week about industrials, and I wanted to just throw you guys a little bit of a carrot here and see how, if you guys can pick up anything. But the main focus here on the webinar today, during our closed session, was to get you guys to start thinking about what the next sector rotation would be. All right. So I just want to put it out there to you guys that, the things that have been underperforming for the month is what you really want to look at for a sector rotation, right? And if you look at this chart, you can see very obviously what it is, right? I can draw a box around it if it helps you, right? This is the next sectors that will get rotated into more than likely. And it makes sense because during, times when tech gets rotated out of, the first thing that people buy are cyclicals, all right? And your Walmart, your PG, your Costco, your Coca-Cola, PepsiCo, these are all stable stocks that are really great stocks to own. This is definitely the time when you should be looking at them, all right? So I'm just going to drop that right there, and then feel free to interpret that in any other way that you want. It's pretty important, all right? Well, something's wrong with my computer, I feel. Okay. Thought I was tripping there for a second. Okay, cool. Something lagging. So that's FUBO. I see a whole bunch of messages in the chat here. So let's see here. Good morning. What's up? Make sure you guys smash the like button, guys. I see 94 of you guys on the stream today. Welcome in, guys. I feel there's a lot of new members today. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream today and all the things we talk about over here. Also, I got to update you guys on SPY, NASDAQ, and Dow Jones, so make sure you stick around. I'm going to be doing that next. I just want to answer a couple of questions here. But in the meantime, if you can, do me a big favor. It would be to hit the like button. Just hit the thumbs up on this stream so that, this stream gets shared with other people. That's the best thing you can help me do. If you also want to donate, there is a way to donate. You can show your support for the stream by sending a super sticker or a super chat. That's another way you can do it. If you have made money in the stream, you want to give it back, no problem. You want to buy me a coffee? No worries. You can do it through there. Okay. All right. Cool. Let's see. Are you holding CCIV? I just answered that question earlier. There's a game gamma squeeze on Friday. Yep, that is true. Okay. YOLO Tesla could be the best decision in your life or worse. What is going on? Express? Yeah, it's Express is another one of those FOMO stocks that are coming up. It's a clothing line, right? I believe. I think they do apparel or something. Hold on one second. Okay. What happened with GameStop? Okay, I explained that already. Comment helps with the algorithm. Yep, that is absolutely true. Okay, EM. We love you back more. Thank you for the work you do. Thank you, Isidore. That's a really nice thing to say. I appreciate you, man. EM. Yep. I got EM 60 calls. Yep. That sounds good. That sounds great, actually. Let's see. What else you guys here? During live stream, you cannot make a comment. Okay, gotcha. You keep me on my toes. Thank you. I don't think we can until it's done. That's after you're done, homie. Oh, okay, gotcha. I love you. I will love you long time. What is your usual play for insider trading? Not any usual trade, to be honest. Not any usual play, to be honest. It's just what I see, how much of it has been bought or how much of it has been sold. If it makes sense, that's more of the important thing that you need to note over there. Fire emoji. What is short interest you should look for? Short interest you should look for is anything above 30% is already pretty high, to be honest. 65% is like wow. Long story short, it's the rich getting richer. Yeah, pretty much. QS, is this the same case for GME or FUBO? Good question. Let's go have a look. This one I wanted to actually, we actually made some money selling shares. Nah, it's not the same. You can see the short float on this one's only 6%. Not that bad, right? BB, why does market maker care if you make or lose money? Why does the market maker care? You help them create efficient markets. If anything, they want you there. That is probably true, but you do realize that the entire market maker ploy is to just do promotions and get money by making you become the scapegoat, right? You put money into the brokerage and they make money by selling you spreads, right? They make money by providing liquidity. Market makers provide you liquidity at every single price level. So yeah, they are self-interested, but you need to understand that at the same time, they manipulate the market so that they can take advantage of those situations. NNDM same as GME. What is NNDM? Nano dimensions. Short float 28%. Not really. OSTK. Okay, cool. So let me talk about something else here, and let's do the SPY, Nasdaq, and Dow Jones technical update here. So you know, we've been in a nice little uptrend here, obviously, and you know, SPY's pretty nice. Let me get rid of some of this stuff here. SPY, Nasdaq, and Dow Jones have been in a really nice uptrend here. Remember, with every wave up comes a wave down, so be extremely cautious as you see. You know, these waves, we have a big wave up. We need to have a kind of a wave down, possibly, before making another wave up. I'm not in no way saying that we're going to have like a big drop like this. It could be a short correction, but also you could get a wave like this if earnings come out negatively. If you have been watching the live stream since last Monday, we covered we covered why earnings season may be a possible scenario where companies are going to underperform. Okay, so if you didn't watch that stream, make sure you go back, watch that stream, because we covered how these specific earnings period that's going to be coming up are slated to underperform. All right, and the reason why was such because of the data that I was looking at. Consumer data has been looking pretty weak, and so those are the things that we talk about in our in-house session. All right, market makers make money on fees. I don't know that they're directional. Of course they're directional. Come on, man. Dude, have you not looked at the order book before, bro? You gotta be kidding me, dude. If you look at the order book, you would see that they're directional. Look at the order book when shares come in. When you see share like this, 1-1, who do you think that is? That's a market maker. Yeah, it could be a retail trader, but they can easily manipulate the market by editing the order and changing it to 1,000 within seconds. They take directional plays all the time. Absolutely. That's the main game. That's literally the aim of a market maker. It's for directional plays. They literally make money by selling you calls or selling you puts and taking the opposite trade. That's literally what a market maker is there for. It's to provide liquidity for the times when the market is inefficient. So absolutely they do. BBY 76% short. Huh, interesting. Okay, I'll have a look at that too. Okay, so with SPY here, you know, possible corrective wave. We're obviously consolidating above this resistance, but remember that this week we're getting a lot of earnings. So I would say tread carefully. You know, don't overcommit something that you cannot afford. Make sure that you control your risk. Okay, this week is not a week to trade aggressively. This is a week to see how things play out. Yeah, because the thing is, earnings are usually 50-50 flips. No matter how you put it, you can have all the statistics in the world. The moment you play earnings or you play an earnings report, it's a flip. It's a 50-50 flip. It could go either way. The company could report great earnings. It could be a beat EPS, beat revenue, but then guidance is crap and the company is going to sell. Or the company buys up irrationally, okay? It's literally anything that can happen during an earnings play. So I say, let the dust settle and take things that you can control, all right? That's what I would recommend on this week, all right? Now, QQQ, on the other hand, the chart's a little different, right? We're far above the moving averages here. You can see the stark difference, right? This wave up has been pretty strong, led by tech rally across emerging markets and the US tech, right? And these are absolutely the stocks that have been bought up. Why? Because of earnings season, right? And I'm going to call it right now and tell you guys that I don't think that the smaller caps or the mid caps are going to do as well as the large caps. So obviously your Apple, Google, Amazon, and all these companies will more than likely beat. But what is important is how the other businesses also do, right? So we can't just have the big ones beat and then the rest of them perform poorly. And since consumer data has been weak, I say that there is a high chance that, you know, the rest of the market pulls these big caps down. There is a possibility, okay? And this profit taking will ensue at some point. So taking hedges up here is a smart move to make. And I would recommend taking hedges by Wednesday, all right? You should open up some hedges. That's a smart play to do. You can hedge through many different ways. You could be buying VIX calls, right? The VIX is, I want to say, not at a very attractive level, but you know, it's kind of retraced back down a little bit, down at the, what is this level here now? It's at the $24 level. You know, every time the VIX goes to $22, it's like a good level to buy, to be honest. You know, buying the VIX at $22 and buying call options on it is a great directional play if you want to do that from time to time. Now, the VIX tends to have high IVs on its options chain though. So that's the reason why I don't tend to bet on VIX. Instead, I go the other route and I just buy puts on QQQ. Okay, You can buy puts on QQQ, right, which is the Nasdaq ETF. Okay, and you can also, another way you can do it is by buying puts on SPY, right? You can buy puts on SPY if to hedge against your long positions. You keep your long positions open, and you basically you're basically buying a insurance contract against those positions, okay, in the short run, right? So you buy a position to the downside by buying some puts, right, which will make you money if the stock market goes down, right? And these puts, what they will do is they will pay out if the market goes in your favor to the downside, and you're still holding on to those long positions. Okay, you're still holding on to the long positions. But when these puts start to pay you, it's like an insurance contract that pays out. You take that money and then you add to your long positions to the upside. So this way you didn't lose that cost basis that you were buying for those positions you entered long here maybe, right? Those positions are intact, and then you buy puts on them so that you can make that rebound happen with even a stronger position. You get what I'm saying there? So this is a smart way to do it if you want to, hedge the market momentum that you're seeing. Okay. Then there's also another thing that we were looking at last week, which is TLT, which is your bond market, right? And this, has been in a long-term downtrend here. If you look at this, and it's starting to get bought up here. It's starting to get bought up. We actually initiated some long positions on TLT already. So we went ahead and bought some 160 calls for 19 March, and we'll see how these perform over time. Very small baby positions. The contracts are only $82. It was no harm in taking them. TLT's, we saw some inflow on it starting from Friday. And, we are tracking this to make sure that if we get a strong rally up here, because bonds have been very oversold since the COVID crisis, we want to be on top of this to take advantage of that situation. Okay. How long should you buy for a hedge? Typically for me, I like to go about 2 months out, but then it also is based on how you want to take your risk tolerance. How much can you afford for that hedge, and what kind of a time frame you want to hedge against? What is your horizon of your long positions? That's also important. How much are your long positions that you're hedging? For example, if you have $5,000 in open long positions, you want to hedge only about 10% of it, so that's $500. So you should go for the best possible hedge for the longest period of time that will give you a $500 hedge, a hedge position. So you're basically foregoing $500. You're ready to lose this for the downside protection. That's generally the idea. You don't expect insurance to pay you out all the time, okay? So make sure that when you're taking a hedge, you're intending to hold it till the last moment. Till it expires worthless. That's the idea of a hedge. If it doesn't pay out, okay, it's just the cost of doing business, all right? It's the cost of doing business. Remember that when you're trading, you are running your own shop. This is your own business you're running, all right? There's a cost of doing business, and you need to be smart about it. You can't just be taking positions and not hedging against them. That would be a very poor move. That's how you lose money, all right? You got to look at it from all angles, not just the technicals. Look at the fundamentals. What is the company worth? What is, how do you know if something's oversold or overbought, right? You got to know those things, all right? So these are all different things you got to be aware of. Now, interesting fact that you need to also know is this is a little graphic from Bloomberg that I came across here. The share prices of tech firms that make no money have rocketed. So think about from 2020, this is all the companies that don't make any money, non-profitable tech. And, and this is how far up they are. All right? This is how far up they are. Now another graphic, and this should be able to paint a very interesting picture for you. This is the amount of margin debt that has been taken on trades for this year so far. All right, this was our recessionary period in 2020, and this is the S&P 500, the blue line, and the amount of margin debt. Look at where we are. Okay. What is margin debt? This is people borrowing money to make trades. Now, just like how we had a short squeeze, this could go the exact opposite way. All right, this could go the exact opposite way if a market maker or a bunch of institutions, they take profits, or a bunch of people at the same time, big players take profits at the same time, and the market decides to take profits at the same time. This would really send the market flying down. Why? Everybody would cover, they would get margin calls. It's the exact same, it's like the opposite of a short squeeze. All right, it's the opposite of short squeeze. When you take on margin to close to get a position, then what happens? You have to close out that position, and you're essentially selling those shares away, and that fuels the downtrend. All right, that fuels the downtrend. All right, because you're shorting. You're not actually shorting, but you're basically putting in a sell order, which adds to the downward wave. All right, and this data is from FINRA. Okay, this data is from FINRA. Full credits to advisorperspectives.com who pulled this chart. I found it on the internet. It's pretty interesting. I thought I should share it with you guys. So yeah, that's that. Hey T, I'm looking at UVXY 12 calls to hedge my calls. UVXY. Is it really that cheap? $12? Oh hell yeah, dude. Yeah, this is a good one. Yeah, I like it. Just make sure the IVs are not too high though. Yeah, just make sure the IVs are not too high on this one, but I like it. Remember that this is a leverage ETF. It's a leverage ETF, so be careful, okay? Leverage ETFs don't give you geometric returns, right? They don't give you like a regular return. When should we look to short GameStop? That's a good question. To be honest, when a stock performs like this and does this kind of movement, I generally don't like to touch it. I just don't like to. It's just the way that things are. When it's manipulated, I don't like to touch it. I like to wait till I get a confirmation of the downtrend. Once I see 2 waves down, right now we don't have a confirmation that this is indeed making a downtrend. Don't try to catch the top over here. Absolutely wrong move. You try to catch the top here, it goes higher. You try to catch the top here, it goes higher. Don't do that. Wait till you get that 2 wave down, right? The 1 wave, the 2 wave confirmation, right? Enter on the second wave, right? This is your first wave, your second wave, right? Enter on the second wave here. This should be your entry for the short, right? Something like that. So just make sure that you're sure when the buying has stopped. Get the confirmation before you do anything, guys. Don't take things blindly. Cool. I think I covered everything that I wanted on the live stream today. How many of you found that interesting or important? Some feedback in the chat, please. And make sure you guys smash the like button once more on the way out here. All 100 of you who are attending this live stream, I appreciate you guys taking the time out to be here. Really, truly appreciate it. It's a Monday today, and we'll be doing this on Wednesday as well. So make sure you come through. Wednesday, we'll be going through the fundamentals of FUBO. So I'll be going through how much the stock is actually worth. And we'll be doing intrinsic valuation together. So I'll show you how I do it. And then we can take it from there. FUBO today looks like a great momentum play. We'll see if we can catch this to the upside. And yeah, I'll be getting on to the live trading session with my team in about 7 minutes here. So the team's going to be ready, and we will be checking it out. Palantir, yes, that's another one. Palantir is also a great one that's been rallying like crazy. Up 5% again, up at 34. Yeah, anything that looks like this, I want to avoid. I want to avoid for now. Absolutely do not want to buy this here. Right? Don't chase stocks that are running. How about finding stocks that are not running before and then chasing, like taking them before they ride, they run. What's the live chat? Look in the chat. I've pinned a post on how you can join our Discord community. We have a Discord community that is a membership-based community. You can join our Discord community if you were interested. This is what it looks like on the inside. It's a monthly subscription where you get a lot of important information on a daily basis, and you get to trade live with me every day. There's already 2 people waiting here for me, and we have important things that we do here, which are your pre-market updates, your upgrades, downgrades. We give you everything here so that you have the keys. We give you a 15-page report every single day. We post post-market stuff as well, snipe list, a daily snipe list of what we're doing for the day. For example, this is today's, what we're going to play today. And then on a weekly basis, we put out reports. So this is this week's report. For example, this week, we have a recap from last week's market action. I put in a little bit of a comic so you guys, see what, is going to be occurring for the rest of the week. Key market rotations and developments, if you want to have a look at that. Also, the key catalysts for this week. What are those happening? All the things that I pointed out. What is the net position for traders in the retail side? Technical analysis, if done by members or whatnot. Fundamentals, if we cover it, and then of course I call out trades all the time here. You can see play by play exactly what I do, what are the positions that I'm opening, what I'm closing, everything in real time. Yeah, and so the live broadcast, you get to literally see me trade daily in my live portfolio, this one right here, real time, every single day, okay? Sometimes I don't do the live trading session. It usually does occur Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and that's exactly what we do there. Obviously, long-term plays, you know, and then the 10K portfolio, which I have run since the start of January. This is another one, and I give updates on this every single week. We have smart bots. Bots that track institutional flow before it happens, and our institutional flow comes with a lot of added information that you would usually not get on other groups. Smarter flow, so these are different kinds of flow, over 1 million, these are the big flows. A bot that covers intraday movement, potential short squeezes. We do it all. So these are bots that pick up a lot, like for example this one, right? WKHS, potential short squeeze here. It fires a signal when we see potential signals here. Dark pools that are orders that are taken on multiple exchanges outside of the US exchange, and then we have a stock bot where you can pull out all kinds of other information as well. And then of course a tweet flow channel where we get live Twitter feed information. Daily office hours, you know, the original office hours, which I have been running for a long time. And a confession channel where, you know, you can say stuff without being judged. This is a it's a judgment-free zone where we really help each other here. Trade recaps, profits and losses. We don't just post profits, we post losses. Losses are part of the game, remember, okay? And then a library of almost 5 gigabytes of data, books that you can have access to, all right? And then basic videos that you can learn from, which I've already recorded, and it's all for you to learn. You literally can just come here and learn everything at one time, all right? This is like literally, if you take this entire thing here, it's like a very skimmed down version of the beginner's course. No joke, okay? If you did everything in this watch list, this playlist here, you would literally be taking a very skimmed down version of the beginner's course. But if you want to like know the trading system, what is my trading style, etc., that is you got to take the beginner's course for that, okay? Which I'll be announcing more on Wednesday about. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, you guys have a great trading day. Really appreciate you guys taking the time out to be here. If you want to sign up for the Discord community, go to the website. I posted it on the link. It's learncompoundgrow.com. That's the website. And we will see you there. What's live chat? Fire. Thank you. Thank you. Very informative and helpful. No problem, Juliana. I'll see you tonight for the mentorship course. I know you are part of the intermediate course, right? Looking at QS and AI, QS closed the gap and seems to be consolidating. What do you think? Okay, I have just 1 minute to do this right now. I mean, yeah, seems like it. Looks like it wants to cover the gap, but you can't be exactly sure though. I mean, we had a short kind of a forecast here. That's what we're looking at as well. So yeah, this is acting as a resistance right now. Highly recommended beginner's course. Thank you. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for attending. I'll see you on Wednesday. Peace out. Love you all. Smash the like button on the way out. Take care, and I will see you. Bye-bye. Peace out. Bye.